Chevrolet Car Show, and with me today I have Mr. Dean, and Dean is showing off his plum crazy purple Plymouth Duster. Is that right?
That's right. Yes, it is.
All right. So tell me a little bit about this car here. What was the history? What made you want to go for this car in particular?
Well, I had one back in the 70s, and I really enjoyed it. And when I retired in 2004, I decided to get me an old car to mess with, and of course my wife approved. I had to go through her, but it's just
the finance approval.
Yeah, and it's just enjoyable to drive and get out and drive around. It's a 1971. It's got a 318, and that's about it. It's just a fun car to drive around.
So now, did you do the paint job and all that yourself, or explain a little bit about the color choice? Is that the same color you had growing up as well, or?
The one I had in the 70s was black. Oh. This one was this color when I bought it. I did have the hood blacked out and the decal put on. Donovan Pennington, he did the
decal.
Did the wrap on the hood.
Okay.
And but that's about it, I guess.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the engine now. So you said this is a 318. So now it looks like for the most part it's all pretty much stock. You do mention that you've upgraded from the points ignition to an electronic ignition. How much work was that involved to switch between the two?
No, hardly any work at all.
Okay, so just that module was added there.
Distributor.
So you did have to drop in a new distributor then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Other than that, it runs fine. It's got a 650 Edelbrock on it, 4-barrel, and it runs good. The engine's got about 7,000 miles on it. I totally rebuilt it when I put it in.
Wow.
I bought it in 04. It had 71,000, and now it has 78,000. So it don't get driven very much.
Do you got classic plates on this, or you actually do daily drive it?
It's got original 71 plates on it. You have to get a historical plates, and then if you have the year plates, you can register the year plates and drive the year plate.
That's right, yeah, because I remember I've seen some cars that have way old license plates. Does the license plate, does it have to be like officially registered with the car like that, or can it be any old license plate as long as it's not a bad license plate? How does that work exactly?
You can register any year, but most people will. If you got a 71 car, you'll get a 71 license plate somewhere and put on it, but you can register about any of them once you buy or once you get the historical plate.
Gotcha. Well, that's really cool. I'm glad Ohio at least is able to do that, because I think that really does make it adds to the character of the car.
It does.
Well, I really appreciate you letting us kind of stop by here and kind of showcase this car. It's a beautiful car. You're saying this is the original paint job, the way you bought it?
This is the way I bought it, but the paint job, it's been painted. So
Okay, so you have repainted since then?
I haven't, no.
Oh, okay.
It was painted when
you bought it,
but it was repainted at one point.
It's held really well. Do you polish it or anything, or?
I think it's been about 2-3 years since I've waxed it. I'm lazy.
I get it. Trust me, I understand. No, it's a gorgeous car.
I'm the same age as the car. I'm a 71 also, so I don't do much waxing anymore.
All right. Well, hey, thank you so much, man. To recap, Barry Chevrolet Car Show, it's happening right now here at their main parking lot here, Barry Chevrolet in West Union. Free to come in, free entry, even free parking spot. You can park your car out here, and people can take a look at it, and can be just like Dean over here. Only for cars that's cool as his, though. Yeah. All right, keep it tuned for more content for your Saturday. We're back here at the Barry Chevrolet Car Show, and with me I got Ron Swearingen. And so we've been talking about a lot of older cars, but any make and model is welcome here at the Barry Chevrolet Car Show. And in this situation, we have a newer car here. And Ron here, tell me a little bit about this Corvette. What made you go for this particular Corvette? Why the collar? You know, what attracted you to this vehicle?
The retractable hardtop and the color.
Okay. So you really like the collar then?
Oh, I love it.
I love this collar too.
I had a silver one before I traded in for this. Plus the mid-engine, it handles real good in corners.
Yeah? How fast have you gotten this guy up to?
Now about 90.
Woo! 90 is just breaking this thing in, right?
Yeah, it should do 160.
Oh my gosh.
There's no roads around close that you want to do that.
That you can do it legally at least.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you, but I think 32 at night, you could probably get up to that.
Yeah.
Cops aren't listening. It's okay.
Yeah.
So 0 to 60 on this guy, what do you think?
Oh, I never really timed it.
Oh, you got to do it, man.
Yeah.
You got to do some illegal things. Just kidding.
I know if you get on it real good, when you take off, you about lose it if you're not careful.
Oh, I imagine so. So this is just rear-wheel drive, right?
Yes.
So it's not all-wheel, just rear-wheel.
Just rear wheel.
So how long have you had it now?
Almost 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
So what are you doing to keep this thing in mint condition? It still smells new. I can still smell the new coming off of it.
I'll keep it in my garage.
Garages. This is the biggest advertisement for garages. Whoever wants to sponsor garages, let us know. Yeah. Keeping things indoors, I've noticed, really does help with vehicle condition.
Plus, I had it ceramic coated.
Oh, okay.
So if I get bugs on or anything, it just
washes off.
Kind of wipe it off.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Yeah. So do you plan on keeping this one for a while, or do you like trading them in, or how does that work?
I'll probably keep it.
This one might be your mainstay then, huh?
Yeah, it'll probably last longer than I will.
I like to hope so. I mean, it's brand new, but hopefully you last even longer than it, though.
Yeah. So
let's talk about this engine here. So what is the horsepower of this? Is it a 6.2 or
6.2 engine?
Okay, so it's a 6.2. Obviously fuel injected, everything injected now. You know, this is a brand new. You said 2023.
22.
22. Okay, 22. So we're probably thinking what, like 400 or 500 horsepower?
About 500, I think.
500 horsepower. So yeah, that's pretty intense. That's a lot of juice. Yeah. What's your gas mileage, you think, on this guy?
Out on the freeway, it gets probably 24.
That's actually not bad.
Better than my truck.
You know that means something when this car can actually get better gas mileage than a truck can.
If I get on these country roads, the gas mileage goes down pretty good.
Sure. Keyword: getting on it.
Yeah.
That go fast pedal can really do a doozy.
That's for sure.
Well, hey, I appreciate you stopping by, or letting us stop by and take a look at your car here. It really is nice.
Oh,
this might be one of the nicer, newer cars that's here.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much, man. Safe travels.
This is a C8, and I've seen more of them here today than I've seen at any car show.
Really?
A lot of nice-looking Corvettes here.
Oh yeah. There is a lot of Corvettes, but I still think yours might take the cake, though.
I like the color.
Oh yeah, the color, and it's matched with the interior as well. So.
Girls like this color too.
And that's what matters.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so keep it tuned here on C103 and, of course, Good Guys Radio TV. We got a bunch more stuff coming up for your Saturday. Hey, it's Brandon here, back again at the Barry's Chevrolet Car Show. Still having a wonderful time out here. Weather is great. A little warm, but, if you happen to have a cattle fan nearby, that's okay. It's nice and cool outside. Or just some shade. If you got some shade, that's fine too. So up today, we're talking about this truck here. What's really special about this truck, for one, the color. Wow. Talk about this metallic orange color here. But then also, let's talk about what's inside the truck and the bed. So, with me today, I've already forgot your first name. I know Brian Kirker here. The truck bed, inside of it, is actually, so, back in the day, it was actually common to see like kind of this wood bed for trucks. Back in the day, they used wood versus just pure sheet metal. And what's really special about this is you actually remade the wood using wood tobacco sticks from Adams County?
Yes, that is correct. We took tobacco sticks off the family farm, the Crawford family farm, and I made those into boards just to make it something special in this truck, and they turned out pretty good. It took around 27 tobacco sticks for each board before I cut them down to the right size on that. But,
wow.
But that was a long process, but it's well worth it. And coming off the family farm, it really means something to us.
Right, and you have them so polished and lacquered up, it almost kind of reminds me of a bowling alley lane, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, we want it to be just as shiny as the rest of the truck.
Sure.
So we clear coated them with automotive clear, and that is what brings the shine out in them on that.
You have to polish them
just like you normally would the car body and stuff. Just wipe them down, and this truck doesn't sit out in the sun or anything like that. So
it probably sits in a garage.
It sits in a garage with a cover on it, so it's not going to get a lot of wear and tear on it.
Yeah.
But it has gotten wet before, so it will handle water.
I'm sure you were a little worried when it got wet.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're like, how is this going to hold?
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me about the actual, the metal that's in between that. Is that factory, or did you have to make that too?
It's all custom. It's tubing, and everything is mounted from the underside, so you don't see any bolts or anything like that. A lot of the traditional beds had chrome in them, but we wanted something different on this one, just so it would stand out. But the truck took about 4 years to build, off and on evenings and weekends. Marty Huntley painted the truck, and I did most of the sanding, but no one ever asked about who sanded the vehicle.
No one cares about the prep work. They just want to know who did the finish work.
Right. The truck sits on an S10 frame,
really?
and it's bagged. And it has an LS engine in it, and
so you actually took one from a truck engine, or like a car engine, like a.
This is the frame is off an S10 truck.
Yeah.
And then the engine's out of a Silverado.
Okay. So it's a truck engine
still.
Yeah,
truck engine. We redid that, and
let's take a look at it over here.
The electronic transmission with it.
So actually, real quick, so this is, I guess you would kind of call this a resto mod. Is that what it's called? So.
Definitely.
If you're looking at the interior, Matt.
The seats are out of a Silverado. I had those recovered. A guy over in Ewing, Kentucky, Clint Weiss, did the interior for me. That's pretty much the only part that Marty and I did not do. It's got Dakota digital gauges in it.
Yep.
It's got a backup camera, and it's got air conditioning that works. That's the one thing my wife wanted, was air conditioning. And you'll notice that we have cup holders. My other car doesn't have cup holders, and that was the biggest thing. We had to build this vehicle around cup holders.
It was definitely wife in mind when making this truck. That's I think it's probably where Resto Mods came from. Was that if you're gonna dump a bunch of money in this truck, I want to drive in it too.
Yes, yeah. But it's got an LS engine in it, and we always wanted something where you just turn the key and it starts and it takes off. It didn't, you don't have to mess with it.
Nothing carbureted, just straight fuel injected.
Right.
Got air cleaner in there. Are these a factory brake booster, or did you do some modifications to that?
The brakes are all they're all from CPP. Aftermarket, and it has 4-wheel disc brakes on it.
Nice. And this thing stops better than it ever has at its whole since factory.
Exactly. It drives like a brand new vehicle.
Wow. So let's talk a little bit about the AC system here. So is this a complete factory?
No, it's all aftermarket.
Okay.
Yeah, all aftermarket. Pretty much anything you see there is aftermarket.
So how did you get the belt routing? Did you have to buy a custom sized belt, or is this like a kit? How does that work?
It's a kit that came on there, and they tell you what size belt and everything that you need. And then we made an indentation back into the inner fender so that you would have room for the air conditioning unit.
That's true. You do not have a whole lot of clearance there.
Right. There's not a lot of room underneath the hood for these V8s and stuff in there, but
you made it work though.
We made her fit.
And it looks pretty well factory. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, just as a layman, you wouldn't know.
Right. And the paint is a mandarin orange candy over a tinted silver base, and probably between the base and the clear, we probably have anywhere from 7 to 9 coats of
Wow. So it's pretty well done on the paint side of it. I love the oversized step board. What do you call them? Running boards there.
Yeah.
Is that factory or is that something you guys added?
Those are factory running boards.
Okay. And true dual exhaust?
True dual exhaust.
Yeah.
We ran them out into the running boards just
Yeah.
for something a little different on it.
Yeah, it's really cool. All right, well, I appreciate you showing off this beauty here. Yeah, it's really well done.
Thank you.
You don't see many of this era model trucks really done up the way this is done. I really like resto mod kind of trucks, you know, or cars, whatever. It's one thing keeping factory, period, but
Yes.
you don't want to drive it.
Right.
Why would you don't even want to drive it when it's, you know, a clunky
Right.
truck from the 50s, you know,
Right,
still,
right.
you know.
You can get out on the highway and run 60 to 70 miles an hour. And
Does it have cruise control or is
No, it does not have cruise
Okay.
control, but
that's the next upgrade
that's the
then?
next upgrade. Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much,
All right,
man.
thank you.
All right. Keep it tuned. We got much more coming up from the Barry's Chevrolet Car Show here in West Union. It's Brandon once again back at the Barry's Chevrolet Car Show. I found yet another car, truck in this case, that I enjoy. I'm kind of cherry picking right now because, well, I can. And I'm a big fan of trucks. If anyone knows me at all, I'm 10 times more a truck guy than I am a car guy. And that's just how it is. Today I got Donnie Edgerton with me, and this is his truck here. And theoretically, technically, it's been in the family since 1969, the day it was built. So Donnie, tell me a little bit about the history of this truck.
Stanley Fender, my son-in-law's grandfather, owned this vehicle, and I tried to get him to sell it to me for years.
Yeah.
We'd go to parties and everything. Stanley, sell it to me, and then finally he passed, and I bought it at the auction that they had. One paint job over its 56 years, original interior, original bed, all original sheet metal.
In Matt, the camera guy over here, you need to take a really good look at that interior. It is in my opinion, just about mint condition considering the year of this truck. Chevrolet, really older vehicles in general aren't really known for interior surviving the times, you know.
Especially these trucks. Today a truck is a luxury vehicle. These were they were for farm use and for work use, and
Right.
that's what they got used for.
Right, they were used and abused.
Right.
So I mean, they could have been in pretty bad shape even 10 years into its life,
Right.
let alone 40,
Rare to
50
find one
years.
that's still original like this.
Right. So it's in really nice shape. It's only had one paint job
One
that
paint over
you're
its-
aware
over
of.
its 56 years, right?
That's really impressive. Of course, that's the power of keeping your car's garage kept.
Right.
Good advertisement for
He did
garages.
a good job before I ever got a hold of it. Stanley was meticulous about everything that he owned, and he was a great guy.
That's really why when the car guys, when they ask for receipts, paperwork, as far as how well the car was taken care of, when you buy a vintage car like this, is because that makes or breaks the car, you know. So as far as rust wise, I assume you don't really drive it much in the winter at all or anything.
No rust. It doesn't get out. I haven't even had it in the rain.
Wow,
So
that
it's
shows.
a fair weather vehicle.
Yeah, that shows. So now I noticed that it's got the cab lights on there. Is this a 2500 series, or how does that work
No,
exactly?
It's a 10 series. It's called,
Okay.
called a custom 10. And with the custom, it was the scroll pattern on the door panels and the seat back. You see the scroll there, carpet on the floor instead of a rubber floor mat. And you had the option of this is a
Spotlight.
Yeah, the Spotlight's factor. It even has a place in the fuse box that says Spotlight.
Wow.
And the cab light's original, and the horn.
So the horns are that's a GM part?
GM option, yeah, it was an option. You had that added on at the dealership after you purchased it.
That's so cool.
Little
And
cylinder right there.
oh yeah, I see that now. It's a little motor.
Yeah, that's what makes it operate.
Can you operate it now?
I believe I can.
Now that's a noon whistle if I've ever heard one right there. That's really cool. Yeah, it's trucks and cars like this that really stand out from your average everyday daily driver. You know, what daily driver just has a factory optioned horn attached to the top of the car? Very neat. And I noticed this is also a long bed as well. Long bed, single cab. You don't see those anymore these days.
And most people go after the short beds for the street rod, but I wasn't after the street rod kind of thing. I like the long bed Chevy pickup trucks. And
Is this just two-wheel drive?
it's two-wheel drive, yes. 350 and 3-speed on the column.
Oh, 3 on the tree.
Yeah, a lot of people get in there like, I don't know how to drive it.
Take a
That's
look
why I
at that.
learned to drive, though. When I learned to drive, my father taught me how to 3-speed on the column.
So, to the average daily person, you would just look at that column right there on, you know, the actual shifter, and you would think, oh, okay, you know, park, neutral,
Yeah,
drive,
it's like an automatic, but that's 3-speed on the column.
3-speed on the tree. So it's a really funky way of how they did that back then. Anyway, we'll wrap this up. Beautiful truck.
Thank you.
Wow. Do you wax it?
No, it's not nothing. I have not waxed this. He kept it in such nice shape, and I keep it inside. Never been out in the weather. I've just washed it a couple times and keep it inside.
Keeping your car inside, man. The wonders that it does. I need to get a garage. All right, thank you, Don. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, keep it tuned here. We got much more coming from the Barry's Chevrolet Car Show. Brandon, back again with you here at the Chevrolet Barry's Car Show here, having a wonderful time. Been talking to some awesome folks here. And, of course, me geeking out on cars. That's kind of my thing, you know. I like cars. Also like vintage anything, you know. So it's really cool to see cars and them being vintage. And with me today, I've already forgotten your name. I'm sorry.
Baker.
Mike
Baker.
Yeah, so Mike here, you have this really awesome condition Chevy El Camino, 1984.
1984. That's a local car that was owned by David Brewer, West Union, Ohio. He probably had it for 15 years or so. Then my son got it, and I purchased it from my son. So, and I've had it for probably 5 years now.
So about 5 years you've had this car. You can tell it's an 84 just by the how packed with hoses the engine bay starts getting.
It's all original, and nothing's been done to it. It's been painted. The car was white when it first came out, and Dave always liked black. He liked Earnhardt, so.
Okay, yeah. All you need, you're just missing the 3 on the door.
Right.
Got to have the big white 3.
Yeah.
So the reason why I talk about all the piping is because, you know, this was during the smog era where they had smog pumps, and of course they were trying to do whatever they could with vacuum technology and a lot of things. Of course, the AC systems were really intricate at this time as well. It was a little bit more kind of crazy because, you know, they were still figuring out how to do things.
It killed the horsepower in a lot of them. Yeah, they were trying to make it cleaner air, but it really killed the horsepower in some of them.
Right, and honestly, that didn't start going back up until probably the late 90s, early 2000s, until they finally figured out how to make it burn cleaner, run more efficiently, and still have the horsepower.
Correct.
It took a while.
Yeah.
However, no matter what, it doesn't kill the beauty
Right.
of the car.
Yeah.
So talking about the paint condition and such,
My
geez.
brother-in-law painted this car. It's probably been, I want to say, 20 years ago, Larry Souter. Like I said, the car originally came out white, and Dave had it painted black. And my brother-in-law, he was a good painter.
I was about to say, if you did not tell me that it was repainted from white, because I mean, that's a hard color to go
Yeah,
between the
black is
two.
hard, yeah.
Going from white to black, you know, you really got to be a pretty darn good painter on that.
Right.
Because it's one thing if you're just going from like dark to another dark color, but going from as white as possible to dark, you got to have a lot of talent to make that look good. And
Yeah.
you can't tell it was ever white. So it's nice, and you say you did polish it a little bit.
Yeah, I washed it, and I got a polish I put on it. It's basically spray it on, wipe it off. So
It's nice. It looks
yeah,
really good.
Well, it had a good paint job to begin. That helps. So when you got a good shine.
Yeah, that makes sense. How are you keeping the rust off of it? So you guess you don't
it's
drive
got
it
a
during the
few
winter?
Areas, it's got a few areas. It's got some rust on it, but it's like I said, I keep it in the garage all the time, so it never gets out in the rain. I hope the windshield wipers work if we do get rain, but hopefully we won't. But
Goes to show how much you drive it in the rain when you don't even know if the windshield
like I
wipers
said,
work.
It's got the power windows and everything in it. So
Yeah, so talking about the interior a little bit, Matt was over here already kind of looking at it, but we'll get a little bit more in detail here. So this is as original as it gets when it comes to GM at this era. Overly comfy seats, and then it even has the power options here. So we have power locks, power windows, which is pretty impressive for a car from '84. But what's interesting though is that this also is a car that has AC, factory AC.
Yeah.
Now you say you're going to try to work on that.
yeah, I'm going to try to. You can buy the original round, which will convert it to the new AC, and that's probably what I'm going to do is
Yeah.
try to keep it as much close to original as I can.
Awesome. Well, still, even in a project status, it looks gorgeous. I love these big old GM back in the day old car doors that just were.
Yeah, it's a heavy door. and
Yeah.
You can tell by the sound of it when you go to
Oh,
shut
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yep, you know it's a quality car
And
when
the
the.
bumpers on it, you know. And
Yep. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. But beautiful car. Yeah, this is El Caminos are always been one of my favorite childhood cars. It's kind of been the Chevy Impala and the El Camino. Those are the two cars that I want.
yeah.
So.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep it tuned. We got much more coming up from the Barry Chevrolet Car Show for your Saturday. And I'm back here at the Barry Chevrolet Car Show. We're now at the very front of the show, literally so front that, here's the regular cars right here on the street. So that's how front we are here at the car show here. But that doesn't mean anything bad. That just means that's where all the cars are. So we'll kind of go down the line here. Hey, we got honks for days here. Everyone's happy. So we got a Chevrolet Camaro here, nice and silver. I'll be honest, I don't know a whole lot about the muscle cars of this era. I'm more into the trucks than anything. But good news is, yeah, Matt just said there is some information on the front windshield there. So this is a Z28, 1969 Chevrolet. He has the air cleaner flipped, because that's what you do back in the day to make it look cool and make it sound cool. Same deal with over here. This is also another Camaro with a kind of a off yellow, kind of not super thick yellow, but canary yellow, Matt says. 1969 as well, same year. How about that? Now check this car out. This is a Chevelle here. The engine compartment is actually blinged out. It's got chrome. That usually adds 10 horsepower. Anything that's chrome. I really do enjoy. He's even got his spark plugs. You know, a lot of folks, they just kind of toss them in there and hope for the best. He actually has them lined out. This nice little plastic kind of insulators and stuff there. Even it looks like the dipstick might even be chromed out too. So water pumps chrome. This is probably the best engine interior I've seen so far under the hood. Even your wheel wells are clean in here. It's a different world. This person really does take good care of their car. The rims are nice and shiny as well. It's just overall 5 stars. 5 stars. So looking at this one, man, what is this car here? This is a Ford 1961. I can tell it's a lot older. Is this a Falcon? It's a Ford Falcon. Yeah, this is not something that you see every day of the week here. Got I think it's a Hurst shifter, if I know anything about shifters. Very cool. Yeah, I actually follow a YouTuber that is really into Ford Falcons, and he talks about the way you modify the front for the cooling and all that. It's very interesting, a lot of work that goes into fitting a bigger engine in a Ford Falcon. So we'll cruise right along here. Ford looks like a Mustang. Don't want to say that I'm wrong. Yeah, Ford Mustang, 1967. Another very nice car here. Very nice shape. I love the engine as well. Man, take a look at this car right here. This is 1986. I think is a Chevrolet. Shows what I know, I guess. I need to get Ken Smith over here. But check out, man, look at that. That's like your classic. It's a supercharger. So how that works is the supercharger actually adds compression or air, forces air into the engine and adds horsepower. Has a huge serpentine belt on it. Just overall a crazy engine. I'd love to hear that thing run. And he's got a fuel cell back here. Got a fuel cell that's actually got the fuel in it. This is obviously a type of drag car here, so it's set up specifically for drag. Those are your battery connections and stuff. You got twin batteries. Yeah, this is quite the setup. Oh yeah, look out! That's like a bumper car steering wheel right there. That's really cool. All right, now we're getting into old school territory here. This is a 1937 Ford. Yeah, this is a really old Ford here. It's an interestingly small engine, but it's got AC. AC on that guy. Another old, this is one of the models. Model A. Okay, so it's a Model A here. This might have been the one we were talking about earlier, whether it was A or a T. So Model A on this car here, really cool, very vintage, very vintage. Another cool old car. If only I knew my cars enough. Monterey, 1964. Very nice, very nice. Honda. I think is it a Honda Type R. So, yeah, a lot of cars here at the Barry Chevrolet Car Show. That was just a kind of a quick rundown of some of the cars that's here.